Hello again. I'm Irisa Sani. I'm going to be your host for today's webinar. I represent the organization TDM 2000, and we are also the organization that will be hosting you in Cagliari just in 2 weeks. So thank you for being here. Just a brief introduction on the project, even though I'm sure that you already know some things about it. The project is a continuation of a successfully implemented project finished in 2021 and builds up on the results created by that project. In this second phase, let's say, of the project, we would like to concentrate more and give more opportunities to youngsters to put themselves in different activities on non-formal learning, and also share practices and tools on how they can valorize the participation in these activities to improve their employment or self-employment. And the project has officially started since the beginning of this year, and a couple of activities have been already going on in this period. And I know that some of you have been involved in the local and in the international activities, and some are just newcomers. So in this sense, I would like for us to get to know each other. This is also one of the objectives of this webinar. And to do so, I would like every one of you right now to change your name here in Zoom into an element or a thing that represents you somehow. So it could be, I don't know, your nationality, your profession, hobby, or a superpower you have, just to start knowing who are here and who we are going to spend 1 week in Cagliari as well. So let's see who are the people in this meeting. Feel free to share whatever you feel like. Okay. First of all, do you know how to change the name on Zoom?
I'm working it out right now.
Or if you want to say it out loud, it's the same. Ciao, Sara.
Ciao. Hi to all. I just want to say hello in front of Zid. Sarah and Danilo are here. We are in realization of some youth exchange for youth from Belgium and Montenegro. So I'm just here 5 minutes to say you all hello, to say good luck with webinar, and have a nice time in Cagliari. So see you and enjoy.
Thank you, Milena. Thanks for joining.
Hello, guys. I would like to introduce myself. I'm sorry because I can't turn on the camera. I'm Lazar. I'm coming from Serbia. I'm sorry because I really can't turn on the camera, but I really hope so. I will see all of you in Cagliari. It will be my first time in that place, but I heard from my colleagues in organization that you are really great, and every time when some meeting was held there, everything was just perfect, and I'm really happy to see you. Yeah, I'm from Serbia. I'm Lazar. I'm 26. I'm a lawyer, and more or less that's it from my side. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Lazar.
I think I can also say something. Hi, I'm Nana. I am a volunteer in Cagliari, so maybe I will see some of you people if you come in 2 weeks. I look forward to meeting all of you. Don't pack too heavy because it's super hot in here. You will die of the heat. But yeah, I will see you guys soon.
Yeah, if we can survive all the time, these people can survive a week. You can do it.
Yeah, here in Montenegro, it's also my car showed 47 degrees Celsius today, so We know what it's like.
Crazy, crazy. Okay, if anyone else wants to present themselves, otherwise we can go on with the webinar.
Yes.
Ciao, Andrea. Yes.
Hello. I'm Andrea, and I'm a volunteer here in Cagliari. So I'll be waiting for you guys to come. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
Sure.
thank you, Andrea. And I can't wait to see you guys again, honestly.
Nice, nice.
Cool. Great. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see some names now because before it was not possible. For sure, whoever this person is. Sorry, I don't see the image, but looking forward to hear all the stories about your adventures and what have you lived up until now, and also the new ones that you will make here in Sardinia. Okay, guys. So, what is the purpose of this webinar today? I think you have already received some kind of introduction from your sending organizations. The idea is very well concentrated with the core concept of the project being working in youth organizations. All the partners deal daily with non-formal educational activities and also see the potential that these activities can have to the career path of youngsters, but at the same time see also the very different challenges and the limitations that are linked to the recognition and the validation of non-formal learning, considering that there isn't an international level recognition of these activities, being a very gray area of formal and informal learning. So it is up to the work of our organization to keep working in activities that make the best of telling the good stories and the inspirational stories that are out there for how these learning methodologies have helped youngsters in placing themselves in a job, but not only, but at the same time, tell how has been for them and inspire others to do the same. You know that in your countries, but also in the other countries that were part of the project, during the seminar in Podgorica, you had the occasion to do a detailed introduction to what is non-formal learning, what are the major problems related to youth unemployment in our countries, and work on different methodologies on how we can discuss, and also try to find solutions for these problems using methodologies such as the creative design thinking, business Canva model, and so on. So the objective of the webinar today, it's not really, let's say, discussing what is the non-formal learning, but more sharing on how we can use these activities to improve youth employment. So I will just briefly go through a definition of different kinds of learning, just to make sure that everyone is following, but this is not the let's say the core of the project. So how to understand the difference of non-formal learning with formal learning and informal learning, that are the three major educational settings that us as youngsters, but also as adults, put ourselves daily. So the educational learning, it's all kinds of educational activities that take place in environments such as schools and universities. It's structured learning based on different curricula with preset learning objectives. And how to understand this last part, it means that, I don't know, it is said in the national curriculum of Italy, for example, I'm doing an example, that by the first year of high school, you should have gained information on the basics of algebra. So there is an objective that is familiar to everyone and it should be reached. And of course, these are the activities and the information disseminated by teachers and professors who tell you how the things are and how subjects works. And we have, on the other hand, the informal learning, which is every kind of occasion that we experience in our daily life, from where we get some learning outcome. I don't know. It could be anything from what we expose ourselves daily to meeting with a friend, reading a magazine, entering to Instagram, and so on. So to think it as everything that surrounds us that gives us somehow a lesson or a knowledge. Think of the first time when you learned how to walk, or when you learned how to communicate in your mother tongue. These are some of the examples. And then the last, let's say, column of environmental settings, we have the non-formal learning, which is where we concentrate the most during our project, and we need to understand it as something that stays between the educational and informal learning, because it's a mix of these both areas. It's activity that has defined objectives, but the content is not delivered by a teacher, but rather than the learning process is facilitated by a trainer, an educator, and so on. And it's based on the very important principles that this learning is voluntary, and you have to be active learners of these activities, and you don't only learn from the trainer, but also from each other, following the principles of peer-to-peer learning, community engagement, and so on. And these are also topics that then are brought in the next activities of the project. The project will last for 2 years, so I hope we will have you in this journey from here until the end of the project to give the best of your contribution. Okay, what we are going to be more focused on today is discussing again how we can leverage the non-formal learning, the skills and competencies that are gained, and how we can transfer what we learn in these environments into useful practices and opportunities for job placement, self-employment, career advancement, personal development, and so on. We'll hear also stories of people that me, myself included, have benefited by these kind of activities, and how these have been used to complete or fulfill a professional figure, not only in the field of working with the youth organizations, that is the most simple one in this sense, but also other alternative stories. We'll have also another speaker who will tell how she has used the non-formal activities to improve her curriculum. And lastly, we will talk about some practical and logistical arrangements about the training course here in Cagliari. One of the objectives of the webinar is also that. So if you have any questions or doubts, we will deal with that as well. Okay, but I don't want to be the only one that keeps talking and continue to bore you more until what I did at this point. So I would like to hear your thoughts as well. And what we're going to do now, it's a very quick activity of discussion among everyone. I'm just adding here a very quick link to everyone, to the chat. Oops. Okay, now you can see it. So we will work on directly on Canva in this group, and I'm gonna share also my screen now to tell you a little bit of how it will work. Okay, so some of you were present, but not only in these local activities that were called panels with experts, where we discussed about different insights of what's the application of the non-formal learning in our countries, what could be done to promote it better, to recognize it, and so on. And out of the recommendations that our partners created of these activities, I broke it down in 3 topics that I would like to discuss with you in groups. So the first topic is, which are some of the main skills and competencies that can be gained in non-formal learning environments? Here you can share from your own experience, or from, I don't know, things that you know of other people, or what you know in general about the topic. Discussion point number 2 is, how can a youngster create employment opportunities that align with what they have gained from these activities, skills and competencies, and so on, because very often we learn from activities where we participate, but we are not aware of what we have learned, and even more, we are not aware of how we can use this in our advantage, and how we can apply this knowledge in different topics. We concentrate here on employment and self-employment occasions. Obviously, this is our core topic. And the last discussion point is, how can the non-formal learning contribute to fostering entrepreneurial skills and innovation among youth? We talk a lot and very often about how we can use it for employment, but also self-employment, enterprise, social enterprise are other methods on how we can do it. You have 4 groups here. I will share you in 4 working breakout rooms. So obviously, whoever is in the first room takes some minutes to discuss among the group about the topic, and add some notes there using the post-its. You don't have to write a lot. Just take the occasion to exchange thoughts with each other, and then after 20 minutes, we'll be back again here from the breakout rooms to present the discussion. So if no one has any questions, I'm ready to send you the breakout rooms. Otherwise, let me know if everything is clear, and then we can move on. All good? Okay.
Perfect.
I take this as a yes. So see you later, guys. Remember, every group takes one part of the Canva. You have 20 minutes, and then we'll be back here to talk about the topics. Biljana, you didn't receive
Yes.
any. Yeah, Roel, you are supposed to be in room 3, so please.
Okay. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
Sorry, in group 3.
Sorry, you are Roel or Biliana?
Yes, it's Biljana. Biljana,
Okay.
okay. Just Biljana.
I don't know why I don't see your...
I put on free. I don't know why. Just a
Yeah,
second.
Biliana, you are in group 2.
2.
Yes,
Okay, I will wrong something. Sorry.
but you didn't accept the invitation before.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to send you again there. Okay, you will go somewhere else. Hi.
Hello, do you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it was a problem before. I couldn't hear you. That's why I couldn't listen. It was something blocked, or that's why I just re-entered again. But I don't know if now it's okay.
Yeah. I can hear you very well.
No, but
Also
to go
for...
to the room number 2, because I already accepted the link that you sent me, but it sent me back to this room. So that's why.
Okay, I
You try
will
to send me
try
once
to...
again.
Yes, I
Okay.
will send you to room number 3 now because there are less people there, as well
Okay,
as
it's not a
Anna
problem. Just
Maria.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Also Anna Maria. See you on the other side. Ciao.
Solo tu? Ci sei solo tu, Iri?
Cosa?
Vedi?
Sì, sì, sì.
Ehi, come va?
Ciao. Bene.
Bene, sono contenta.
Ok, siamo in registrazione per il momento, loro stanno lavorando nei piccoli gruppi
Ok.
e hanno ancora 12 minuti per finire là.
Ah, perfetto. Io, guarda, intanto ti faccio vedere la mia... Tu vedi la mia presentazione?
Sì, sì, lo vedo, lo vedo.
Ora come la vedi?
Ti vedo i commenti.
Mannaggia, come faccio a non farli vedere?
Eh,
Cazzarola.
aspetta, non lo so come
Tu
si...
ci
Sei
riesci?
su PowerPoint.
Sì. Mannaggia,
Allora.
come faccio? Perché io ho bisogno di leggere.
That you gain confidence developing social skills and teamwork. For section 2 on how can a youngster create opportunities that align with their skills gained from non-formal learning, that would be seeking help from like-minded colleagues that can help you in developing your skills further, networking with we got from this project. And in case 3, how can non-formal learning contribute to fostering entrepreneurial skills and innovations among youth? That would be helping with public speaking, as in when you're giving a pitch presentation. That's one skill you really need. Help with seed funding for startups or funding educations and seminars for young entrepreneurs that want to do
Okay.
something.
Thank you very much. For group 1, group number 2.
Okay,
Andrea,
I will share. No, we can see my the screen. Nice. Okay, so we can see here in the main skills and competencies gained, we put some elements like digital literacy. That's the basic. We all agreed that digital literacy is the basic that allows us to navigate in modern world, and also allows us to gain new skills, know where to go for finding places where to learn, and yeah. And then we have languages for sure. We were thinking to write English language, but in general also languages. But it's more a focus on English language, especially because with the English language, you're able to access a lot of content regarding learning new stuff. And then we have public speaking, which was also mentioned, and yeah, it's a common theme. And thinking out of the box, also good competence regarding that. Then we move to the section 2. How can a youngster create employment opportunities that align with the skills gained from non-formal learning? So, how to create these opportunities? One can be networking and volunteering. They are kind of we put them together because that's the idea behind is that through volunteering you're able to have the opportunity to create a network. So meeting people. For the volunteering, you have the chance to take part in projects, meeting associations. So you're creating a network, and you're also taking part to these events, and that gives you also opportunity to can give you opportunities to create employment. And then also be able to present ideas in a creative way. This was especially this one is especially referred to when we're talking about self-employment. So be able to present ideas in a creative way becomes crucial. And then we move to section 3. How can the NFL contribute to fostering entrepreneurial skills and innovation among youth? So non-formal learning. We actually, for this section, we have to admit, we ran out of time because we were still working number 2. So in 1 minute, we tried to throw what we could, and we came up with these 2. So the non-formal learning, how can it contribute? One is events, projects, and workshops, because we're talking about non-formal learning that the European Union provides. So this one could be, for example, events, projects, and workshops, one way that the non-formal learning field, especially here in Europe, can foster entrepreneurial skills. And then we also, through design thinking tools, the ones that we learned to use during the workshop, they can also come in handy for fostering entrepreneurial skills, not only for the purpose of searching what could be useful, what is very requested, but also it can be useful. Yeah, there are many ways of going through the tools that you can actually apply that you can use the design thinking tools.
Great, thank you very much, Andrea. And the group number 2, yes.
Sorry, just quickly, I have to leave because we have another youth exchange here in Cagliari right now. But I'm looking forward to seeing you all, especially if you were in Podgorica with me. So see you guys later.
Ciao.
Bye. Ciao, Anna.
See you, Nana.
Bye.
Thanks, group number 2 again. We will have the occasion during the training course in Cagliari to concentrate more about this aspect of non-formal learning. So
nice. When is it?
What?
When is it?
From the 2nd to the 8th of August.
Okay, during the summer week.
Yes. Okay, so group number 3 wants to share something about the discussion in their group.
It wasn't really a discussion because some of us have problems with internet. I have another meeting, so I just wrote some stuff that we learned in Podgorica, and I think it's pretty clear. And other people were silent, so yeah, that's it.
Okay, so many of these elements were mentioned also among the other 2 groups. So I see that yeah, you are very much aligned also with the others. Okay, thanks for sharing. I hope you are not that shy when you're going to be here in Cagliari. Okay, group number 4. The floor is yours. Anyone who would like to share?
Okay, I can go perhaps. Unless Artemis is okay if I can speak.
Yeah, please go on.
You can speak, yeah.
Yeah, they make a bit fun of me because I spoke a lot also in the discussion, but okay. Hello, first of all, I'm Christos, didn't introduce earlier. Nice to see you all. I'm looking forward to the training in Cagliari in a couple of weeks. So we said, of course, some similar things. I mean, many things that were heard already aligned, but I think we had a nice discussion. We managed on time to cover all 3 questions. Like for the first question, the attributes and, the skills that, let me see the question a bit better. Yes, that youngsters can develop through non-formal learning. It's like a very big catalog. They go from, again, teamwork skills, organizational skills, adaptability, intercultural learning, communication, leading, networking, and many more that we mentioned, all like from cases that we know also ourselves as participants or as youth workers from my team, from our group that we spoke. So it's more or less similar to what was said already. Then what employment opportunities there are, I think we more or less said that by gaining those skills and those unique stimuli that broaden basically your horizon and help you develop different attributes of your personality and of your of yourself, let's say, and progress and many different things. It helps you also in your professional life. Youngsters can benefit from that by being more ready, not on a level of theoretical preparation, but as people to take advantage of working opportunities, to also search for things that they probably understood they can do through this non-formal learning experience that they had, and then apply those skills from all phases in their work, also to how they perform, later on in their employment, but also to how they present themselves, their, their belief that they can actually achieve something by having enhanced their different soft skills, which are also very important in the job market today. And for the last one, for innovation, we thought it was linked to the previous one. This is also like having more stimuli and having like experiences which are different, and through the non-formal learning that can be developed by youngsters. It also can open the door for you to open a startup, to to recognize some things which are opportunities potentially that you can take not advantage of, but to develop now by having like a broader scope and vision of what you can do and what can be achieved. So yeah, more or less this.
Okay, so thank you, Christos, and the group number 4. Thanks to everyone for contributing and for sharing these bits of discussion in a very short time. Again, this is meant to be as a preparatory webinar for what awaits for us in the next steps of the project. Not only the training here in Cagliari, but also the activities beyond that at local level and also at international. So thanks again for sharing. We will have the pleasure to be back at these topics and explore them a little bit more very, very soon. I think that we are done for this let's say contribution part from your side. I want to take the time now to give the floor to a guest who just joined the meeting while you were in the breakout rooms. Her name is Viola Orgiano. She's a great designer, trained in architecture and working in the field of the graphic design. She's very young, and I will not spoil any more about her, but she's one of the testimonials that we thought of giving a space to tell about her story, how she was part of different activities that apply the methodology of non-formal learning, and how she used those and mixed it with her other education and passion to be who she is now. So Viola, sorry for any spoilers. The floor is yours.
No worries.
Whenever you're ready, I can support you with the document.
Okay, so hello everyone. Elisa, thank you so much for really young, because I'm 30 years old, so for me it's really nice to hear it. Even I don't feel that young, because I'm going to share you my story and you will understand why. So, meanwhile, Elisa is sharing my presentation. I will tell you something about myself. So, as Elisa was saying, I'm a graphic designer. I was born in Cagliari. Today I'm living in Apulia, which is another region of Italy. I don't know if anyone knows. I'm a freelance graphic designer, but I'm collaborating with some communication agencies, with some clients, habitually clients as, for example, TDM 2000, TDM 2000 International. So, okay, we are ready. Today I'm going to tell you my personal and professional history, which has been gratefully inspired by my experience in TDM 2000. I will be sorry for my poor English, but I'm not used anymore to talk in public in English, so I could be not that good. In case you don't understand anything, please stop me and ask me what you want, and I hope you will enjoy my presentation. So, Ili, you can go to the next slide. So the girl on the left side is 100% me. And this is the picture that represents my first day in TDM 2000 International. So my first day of national service, civil service. And it was almost 7 years ago. So in 2017, that's why I'm saying I'm not that young, because I was 22 years old. Okay, so probably by watching this picture, you may say, oh, wow, always the same stuff, tables with boring messages. You can go to the next one.
Sorry for interruption. I have one question. Is this Camilla on your left side?
Carla.
Yeah, she's Carla. Do you know Carla? Have you
Yes,
ever
yes,
met her?
yes. From
Wow.
the project.
Wow, thank you for saying it, because she was my lovely colleague during this 1 year experience. So it's nice to see there is a network between the participants of this webinar and let's say the people all around TDM 2000 International. So I will present them, introduce them to all the group. Carla, Atif from Morocco, and me from Italy, as I told you. So next slide. Thank you, Iri. So I was saying you may think it was boring. Actually not, as you may see. And this was my experience in TDM, actually. So you can, Iri, you can go. One step back. Before this experience, what was my background before the beginning of this National Civil Service year, 1 year of my life? Iri, next slide. Basically, I had just got my bachelor degree in architecture, and since it was a really difficult and technical path that really moved me a lot, I decided at the end of this path to take a breath and to go to a different route, to try something different. Next. That's why I decided to apply to the National Civil Service Program, because I thought that spending one entire year of my life in helping the others, obviously, and undertaking a path of personal and professional growth would be the best choice for me in order to develop my own business, as I will tell you next. Next slide. So before coming in TDM 2000 International, I may say I already knew my final destiny to become a graphic designer, because during my academic journey, I realized my affinity to the graphic and the visual disciplines. In fact, one of the main responsibilities I had during the experience was obviously to be a graphic designer for the association. So in this picture, you can see me with my other colleague, EACEA. Probably someone of you already know her. And the first logo of my life, the first official logo of my life. And I'm still so proud of it, I have to say. So next slide. But obviously I had other tasks and objectives during this experience. For example, sometimes I was in charge for participating to projects run by the association. For example, in this picture, you can see me, other two colleagues, during a game session in a primary school in the field of the project Get Val, which was a project dedicated to the acknowledgement, awareness about the importance of sport, group values, through obviously the method of non-formal education. So next slide. But I've been also abroad to participate to some other experience, for example, training courses, youth exchanges. So these pictures belong to January 2018. And I have been in this occasion in the village of San Esteban del Comarch in Spain for a training course. Next slide. Also, I had to participate to our inner initiatives and events to promote our activities, our values, our mission. So I had to develop some activities in Cagliari. I think there is also Iris in this picture. No, you're like
Another version of me, yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. The long hair. So next slide. So everything seems to be wonderful, incredible, brilliant, but probably your question would be, was it worth it? Next slide. Obviously, yes, of course. And I'm going to explain you why. Next slide. First of all, this experience has really convinced me about the advantages of meeting new cultures, having an international network, and working with in a multicultural background, let's say. That's why after the National Civil Service, I applied for the program that maybe some of you know, Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, which is a specific program developed by European Union that allows you to go abroad and collaborate to a foreigner entrepreneur in order to learn the basics to develop your own professional business by learning new skills and new competencies. So I was lucky and I had the pleasure to be selected to a business in a Cagliari Island. So I stayed there for 5 months and I could start developing my career as a graphic designer. Next slide. So this is me in ECOS, Estudios Ambientales y Oceanografía. And ECOS is a consultancy company that develops innovative and sustainable solutions for the marine environment. And my main task in this during this 5 months period was to develop the images in the, let's say, offline for the offline material, but also for the online phase of this company. So by developing graphics for social media, for the website, and so on. Next slide. So this means this picture doesn't mean a lot. I mean, it's not a really particular picture. It's just me on the top of volcano in Lanzarote Island. But I really think it makes you understand how it was like to have this experience at the age of 24 years old. And this is happened just because of the National Civil Service, because this occasion was made up for me just because I had the former experience in TDM 2000. Next slide. So I will need to summarize the next steps, let's say, after this incredible, amazing period of my life. Next slide. So first of all, I decided to come back to university to conclude my academic path because I had a new way of, how may I say, live the university life, not with the stress I had during my first degree, with a new professional mind, let's say, a mindset not just on complete the objectives given by university. So I study, I go for an exam, and that's all. The objective now was to complete the exam, but to have a personal growth or a growth as a professional in my already run, let's say, career as a graphic designer. Unfortunately, the period of my second degree was during the COVID-19 pandemic. So I had so many limitations, but at the same time I was lucky because I could have another Erasmus, the second one, Erasmus study in Lisbon, and it was really useful in order to develop new knowledges of a new language, but also to create a new network of people from Portugal. I have been there for 1 year, so it was a really complete experience. Next slide. So I came back and I complete my studies. I had my last degree, let's say, I hope so. And then I officially started my career as a freelance graphic designer with the implementation of my website. Today you can see a temporary homepage of my personal brand, which is called Violiva. And I'm going to, if you are interested, I'm going to publish my website in the next few weeks, probably during the summer week. Next slide. This is just something I have done during the last 2 years of my career. So as you can see, I developed something for the image of, I think it was 2022 edition of International Summer Week, the social image. And then you can see an illustration of deck of cards from Napoli, and a set of illustration for a bottle of wine. This is just, you know, something about my work now. Next slide. And this is my graphic design for the t-shirt of International Summer Week 2024. So, ta-da! This is what you're gonna to take, and it was made by me. So I'm really proud of it, actually, and I'm really glad you're going to see it, let's say, before the beginning of the event. So, as I know you are going to Sardinian Island. So next slide. So what I just want to tell you is to summarize the experience in TDM, what really gave me. It's really difficult to say in few words because actually a lot of competencies, for example, a clear perspective of the labor world. So not just activities that, you know, help the others, but at the same time, they don't give anything to you. Activities that really make you grow from the personal, professional point of view. Also, the importance of building a strong connection with the people around you that in the future that can be really useful for you, as in my case, for example. Then the capacity of understanding the others and empathizing with them, which is a really important skills that you cannot make if you are not an empathic person. Maybe you can acquire this skill in an environment as the TDM 2001, I may say. Then the power of creating something new thanks to the team building, not just alone. And obviously the importance of learning new languages. So my level of English, of course, is, as you can see, normal one. But for example, I learn Spanish, I learn Portuguese. So this is just because I had the first experience in TDM. So I think all these skills are necessary to run a successful business, from the smallest one, but also to the big dream. I think the dream all of us have in his mind. So I want to thank you so much for listening to this presentation. If anyone has some curiosity, some question, I'm here to reply, to answer you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Viola. Anyone has any questions or curiosities, or would like to share perhaps maybe some personal experience? Yes, Danilo.
Yeah, Kai, I really enjoyed your presentation.
Thank
So
you.
I want to ask, it's just presentation-wise, why did you actually decide to use so many of the office pictures for the presentation here?
I was 100% sure about this question. First motivation is because I love the office. No, I think you also love the office.
As do we all.
Okay, and then because Elisa told me the target was, you know, my age. So I was like, maybe I don't have to talk with, you know, too old, too young people. We can have the same language by using something we share, no, a passion we share, something fun we share together. So that's why. To empathize with you, that's the truth. I think it could be a tool to empathize with my audience. actually. I hope I got it. I hope.
Thanks.
Thank you. I'm happy. I love the office. So for me, also Andrea
Wow.
agrees, I see. So big fans here. Okay,
Nice.
if no one else has any question, I think we can let Viola go back to the stuff she has to do. And just thanks again for joining us here. And if we'll be in Sardinia in August, you know where to find us.
Of course. Thank you so much for giving me this possibility, and I hope to meet you all in Sardinia in a few weeks. So, ciao, ciao.
Thanks. Ciao. Ciao, Viola. Okay, guys, I asked also before, I know that many of you have different experiences in non-formal learning as well. So if you'd like to share something now, I know that we are a little bit over the schedule of the webinar. You can maybe say quickly what you have been doing, or otherwise, anyway, we'll have the occasion to talk more about it very, very soon. So anyone that wants to share, or we can go on to the next topic. Okay, so I take it as we move on. So thanks again for this, and we can, if you have any questions, discuss about the practical arrangements of the training course in Cagliari. I know that you have received the info pack from the organizations related to the practical arrangements of the training course. And I just want to ask if anyone has any questions.